Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're having a great day. So I wanted to share another nonfiction text about another animal habitat. So we've talked about the desert and we've talked about the rainforest. And today we're going to read a text about the Arctic. Okay, so this is the Arctic habitat. And this would be if you could look down on the earth, if you could be up above the earth and look down at the very north tippy top of the earth, that this is the area that we're talking about. That is the Arctic area. So let's read on. So what is a habitat? And we've read this part on the other two texts that we've read, but a habitat is a place in nature. Plants live in habitats, animals live in habitats. Some animals make homes in habitats. And then we read about living and non-living things. There are living things in habitats. Plants and animals are living things. There are also non-living things in habitats. Rocks, water, and dirt are non-living things. Everything they need. Plants and animals need water, air, and food. Water, air, and food helps keep plants and animals alive. Plants and animals have everything they need in their habitat. This mink found a fish to eat. Homes in their habitats. Some animals have homes in their habitats. This mother Arctic fox has a home for her and her babies. Their home is among some rocks. The Arctic. The Arctic is a habitat. It is at the top of Earth. So like I said, if you could be above the Earth and look down, that's where the Arctic would be. It is at the top of Earth. The Arctic is very cold. There is a lot of snow and ice in the Arctic. Polar bears live in the Arctic. The Arctic Ocean. There is a very cold ocean in the Arctic. It is called the Arctic Ocean. Ice floats on the Arctic Ocean. Some animals rest on the ice. This harp seal is resting on ice. Okay, so just like we said, the desert was a pretty harsh climate, harsh habitat to live in, very dry. The Arctic is also, a harsh place to live for animals, and we'll see how animals have adapted to be able to survive in such a cold habitat. Arctic weather. The weather is very cold in the Arctic. There are long, cold winters. Winter lasts for most of the year. In winter, there are blizzards. Blizzards are snowstorms. Blizzards have strong winds. Short summers. In the Arctic, summers are short. The weather is not very warm. The snow melts in only some places. Some plants grow in these places. Animals eat the plants. Some animals, such as this grizzly bear, go to the Arctic in summer to eat plants. Arctic plants. In summer, plants grow in the Arctic. The plants grow close to the ground because strong, cold winds blow. Growing close to the ground helps protect Arctic plants from these winds. Colorful flowers. Some Arctic plants have colorful flowers. This plant is a dwarf willow herb. It has bright pink flowers. It only grows during summer. Plants make food. Living things need food to stay alive. Plants make their own food. They make food from sunlight, air, and water. Making food from sunlight, air, and water is called photosynthesis, like we've read about. And we see making food, a plant gets sunlight through its leaves. It also gets air through its leaves. A plant gets water through its roots. A plant uses sunlight, air, and water to make food. Arctic animals. These animals live in the Arctic. The Arctic is their habitat. The animals find food in their habitat. They also find homes. So we have a snowy owl, polar bears, the Arctic tern, Arctic fox, a seal, caribou, Arctic squirrel. And just a little fun fact about polar bears. Most people, if you would say what color are polar bears, you would say white. But polar bear's fur is actually clear or transparent, and it's hollow like a straw. And the reason it looks white is when the light hits off of it, it makes it look like it's white, even though it is clear and, like I said, hollow like a straw. And their skin underneath is black. So technically, they're not white, but their skin is black, and then they have hollow, clear fur. Staying warm. Arctic animals need to stay warm. Many Arctic animals have thick fur. The fur covers their body. This muskox has thick fur. Fur helps keep the muskox warm. And something that the muskox do is to protect their babies, the muskox will all form a circle and then put the babies in the middle to help protect them from predators. Warm blubber. Many Arctic animals have blubber under their skin. Blubber is thick layers of fat. Blubber helps keep the animals warm. This walrus has blubber under its skin. Finding food. Animals must search for food in the Arctic. Some animals eat only plants. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Lemmings are herbivores. They eat grass. Omnivores. Some Arctic animals are omnivores. They eat plants. They also eat other animals. This ptarmigan is an omnivore. It eats plants, seeds, and insects. Getting energy. All living things need energy. They need energy to grow, to move. Energy comes from the sun. Plants get energy from the sun. Animals get energy by eating food. A lemming is a herbivore. It gets energy by eating grass. Eating for energy. As we've learned, carnivores get energy by eating other animals. An Arctic fox is a carnivore. It gets energy by eating lemmings. Staying safe. Some Arctic animals hunt other animals. The animals that are hunted, or what we call prey, need to stay safe. Animals stay safe in different ways. Some move quickly. They can run away from animals that hunt them. This snowshoe hare can run quickly. Hiding out. Some Arctic animals stay safe because other animals cannot see them. This baby seal has white fur on its body. Its fur blends in with the white snow around it. The baby seal is safe because it is hard to see. That's camouflage like we've talked about. Arctic homes. Some Arctic animals make homes. They keep warm inside their homes. This mother polar bear has made a home for her babies. The home is called a den. The den is in the snow. Making nests. Many birds make homes called nests. Snowy owls, Arctic terns, and other birds make nests. In summer, these birds lay eggs in their nests. Baby birds hatch from the eggs. The baby birds live in the nests. Going to sleep. Winter in the Arctic is very cold. It is too cold for some animals. These animals go to sleep. They sleep all winter. They sleep in warm dens. This polar bear sleeps through winter. The animals wake up. The sleeping animals wake up at the beginning of summer. They come out of their dens. They are hungry. They look for food to eat. Leaving the Arctic. So the animals that sleep, we know that's called hibernation, or they hibernate. So some Arctic animals do not sleep through winter. They leave the Arctic before winter begins. They move to warmer places where they can find food. These Arctic terns are flying to a warmer place, and that's called migration, or they migrate. Caribou groups. Caribou also leave the Arctic in winter. They leave in big groups. The groups of caribou walk to warmer places. Caribou sometimes swim across rivers during their trip. All right, so that was the Arctic habitat. I hope you learned something interesting from that text as well. I hope everybody's doing great. I'll be looking for our next set of read alouds for next week. So hang in there, take care, and I miss you, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye, guys. Take care.